So this is the opening of the Button Wreath. 2 nights, and Esme McBride had still not been found. 2 nights, and I had not slept. I walked the hills above the shoreline until my skirts were caked with dust and my heels blistered. I walked the coves and beaches opposite the city of San Francisco until the sand fell at night from every seam of my clothing. I did not wash, I did not eat. I left my straggling braids sticky with salt spray. Perhaps I keened, those days on my own walking. I remember the sound bubbling like a poisoned well from my chest into the hard blue sky of the Marin Headlands. It accompanied me as I shouted her name until I was hoarse. I ran, I stumbled, I screamed, I raged, and there were times when I fell to the ground and slept, letting the sun braise my neck red, as in hell. I knew all was in vain, and yet sometimes I thought I heard her shouting to me across the hills and beaches, and I hoped that round every tree, every rock, in every wave, she would appear, my Esme. It was Tom who found me in the end. His hair, golden as a Californian poppy, appeared over the crest of the hill. Then he stopped, his eyebrows raised, his eyes round with horror. For a moment, looking at his face, I wondered if it was I who was dead, not Esme. I who was the ghost, wandering in a purgatory of my own creation. And then Esme's voice echoed in my mind. Oh no, Agnes, really, I could never like Tom. I turned over to gaze into her face, to catch a reflection of myself in her brown eyes and gentle smile. Me neither. And I think you know why, I had said, soothing a strand of her auburn hair, which spread in a sunset across the pillow. It was the day after Tom Beecham had arrived in San Rafael, and I was reassured by her denial until she laughed and said, "Why, yes, I think I do. It's the red hair, isn't it? I could never love a man with red hair." She sat up and grasped my hands in hers. His eyebrows and eyelashes are so pale that he looks perpetually surprised, don't you think? Or perhaps innocent. I think innocent. Yet his eyes are so blue that I cannot believe he's capable of any sincerity. How could you gaze into those cornflower eyes and believe them to be earnest? And his skin. He looks like he stepped out of a bag of flour. Gracious, it would be like kissing a ghost. Well, exactly, I had said, but I had not thought of kissing him at all. Not then. And now I was the ghost, and Esme was the ghost, and Tom Beecham with his fiery hair was solid, real, inescapable before me. He stepped forward, dropped to his knees on the dusty trail, and wept.